G'day guys, just thought I'd have a game of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, the adventure game. Oh, it's the first week in September. I guess you guys are here to see what games I picked up over August. Okay, well I'll put this on hold for now, so I can show you guys what I picked up in August 2019. Come on, let's go and have a look. Okay, let's get into what I picked up in August. So the first thing I picked up was this original Xbox game, Futurama. Now, I don't remember seeing it when I had my original Xbox, but over the years it is a game I've been wanting to pick up and try out. I am a huge fan of the show, so I was looking forward to playing this actually. I don't know how good the gameplay is, but it's Futurama, I'm assuming it's going to be funny and good. So it came with the manual and the disc, and it's a little scratched, but I don't think it should stop it from working. So I'm looking forward to trying Futurama out on the original Xbox. Okay, let's move on to what I picked up for the Nintendo systems. So the first thing I picked up was this classic word game for the Nintendo DS. Only paid $2 I believe for this, and it's in pretty good condition. Everything's there, manual and the game obviously. Now I mainly picked this up for the word search. Hangman might be fun, but yeah, I'll have to give the other game. I just thought this might be a fun thing to have when I'm traveling with the Nintendo DS. You know, sometimes you just want something just simple to play, like word search or something like that. So I picked that up. The next thing I picked up came in a bundle. The local game shop, or the EB Games, was having a sale, 4 games for $20. So the first one I picked up was for the Wii U, and that is Zombie U. I occasionally used to pick this up and look at it at the shop, but I wasn't sure if I would like this or not. Kind of got a bit of a hate-love relationship with horror games. I do like them, I just don't like the scare, I suppose. But yeah, it looked interesting, and you know, to get it for $5, you know, I thought, what can I lose? You know, I can't lose with that. So it's in pretty good condition, obviously. Got the manual there and the disc, and being from EB Games, or you know, EB Games is like our Australian GameStop, so it should be in reasonably good condition. The next one I got was in that bundle again, and that was Sam & Max Season 1. Now I have played and completed Sam & Max, the original game, on the PC. I got it with my LucasArts Volume 1 pack. Yeah, and I quite enjoyed that. It's quite funny. And yeah, I just wanted to see what it was like on the Wii. So I'm looking forward to trying it out. It has a really thick manual too, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out on the Wii. Yeah, so I got that one. And again, that was only about $5 in the bundle. The last one I got in that bundle was this game called Boom Blocks. Me and Christine had a game of this the other night. It's quite fun. Apparently Steven Spielberg had involvement with it. It's an EA game, so it's kind of like I suppose Django is probably as close you can associate it with. The only difference is you throw baseballs or bowling balls. I'm not sure if there's any others yet, because we only completed the first world, I believe, on this. But it's quite fun. So you got to throw, every time you knock one of these blocks off the tower, it gives you points and that, and whoever got the most points at the end of the levels wins. But apparently it's got over 300 levels, and you can play up to 4 players. It is quite a fun game. So if you come across this, it's worth picking up and having a bit of a play with. It's quite enjoyable, especially with more than a couple of people playing with you. Yeah, it'd be heaps fun. So I got that. And the last Wii game I picked up, it was at the thrift store, and that was The Sims 3. You know, I'm not not really. I don't really play The Sims. Christine's more the Sims player, but you know, she's been collecting them, and I just thought it was interesting to see how this plays out on the Wii. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. And apparently up to 4 people can play this, so I'm interested to see how 4 players can play The Sims. So I've got that, and I think only $3. It's got the manual on the disc. So, look forward to seeing how that works. Okay, now moving on to PlayStation 2 stuff that I picked up. So the first thing I picked up was at the thrift store, and that was this original PlayStation 2 demo disc that came with the fat PS2 when it came out, and it's got a heap of just demos to show what the PS2 went. I just thought it nice to have that with the PS2 stuff that I've got, and the original fat PS2, because I didn't have that. I picked, I think my cousin gave me that PS2 that I have. The next things I picked up for the PS2, this one again was at a recycling centre, and that was Disney Think Fast, the family quiz game. It uses the quiz buzzers, which I do enjoy. I think I've got all the Buzz games on the PS2, and I've got the PS3 version as well. And I just like the idea of this is like the Disney version, so yeah, I have to give this a go. I'm interested to see what questions and that. Got some friends coming up around Christmas time, so it'll be interesting. I know one of them's a huge Disney fan, so it'll be fun to play this with her and see how many questions we can get right. So that looks fun. Okay, the next PS2 game is this one. I got this off eBay. This is Hamster Ball. I actually saw this on somebody else's, another YouTuber's pickup video, and that was TheGebs24. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check her channel out. She's in the UK. She picked this up in a challenge. I think it was like a £5 game challenge or something like that. And she picked it up, and I thought, oh, that looks interesting. But she put it back originally, and then I did notice at the end of the video she did go back and get this. So apparently you play you control a hamster, and you got to go around like the yard and wheel around in your hamster ball. I haven't played it myself yet, but I am looking forward to this. And you can play 2 player, so I'm interested to see how the 2 player game plays out. So I got that one off eBay. And the last PS2 game I got, once again, I got off eBay, and that was A City Crisis. Now I remember my mate, when he got his PS2, borrowed this from the video store, and it kind of reminded us of Sim Chopper, which I do have on PC, and we used to play that all the time on the PC. So it's another one where you fly around the city and you got to do missions and rescue people and so forth. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that out again. Yeah, that was early 2000s, I think he borrowed that, so I haven't played it for nearly 18 years, so I'm looking forward to that. It's a little rough, but it should play alright. And I got it, I think $5 off eBay, free postage, so I was looking forward to that. Okay, so the next stuff I did pick up, I picked all these up at one thrift store for $2 each. Now this doesn't happen very often at thrift stores. I did pick up a stack of PS1 games. So the first thing I picked up was this Dakota World. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with the manual or the original case, but I was happy to pick that up to put in my PS1 collection. The next thing I picked, along with that, I picked up this Championship Surfer disc, manual, everything's there in pretty good condition. It's probably one of the better cases. Unfortunately, it has the standard crack. These cases crack pretty easily, which is a shame. I would love to get replacements for them, but I haven't been able to find anyone selling replacements except for people who are selling the original cases that they've got rid of the game, or for some reason they had empty cases, and they're not selling them cheap on eBay, that's for sure. So I got that one. Next one I got along in that was V-Rally 2. I do have the first one. I didn't think I had this. I thought I had this, and I come home and I realised I had the first one, not the second one. So luckily I went back and it was still there. Once again, disc, manual, everything's there. Oh, disc escaping. Oh, and it also came with the DualShock demo disc inside. So I got that. Oh, I might have to put that disc in another one. Another game I got. Unfortunately, this didn't come with the cover, and that was Bedlam. This looks like a huge, like a fun game to play. It's kind of got the same perspective as Command and Conquer or Age of Empires kind of thing. It actually reminds me more of a game called Renegade. It has that same kind of gameplay and same kind of gameplay perspective. So yeah, that was interesting. It's a shame the disc is good. Unfortunately, it's missing the cover and so forth. And I did pick up this copy of Reboot. Now this apparently is based on a kids TV show. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember the show. Maybe I did see it, maybe I didn't. I don't recall it. When this would have came out, I would have been in my early 20s, so I don't know if I was watching much kids shows back then. Yeah, so it looks interesting. I haven't played it yet, so yeah, I'm not really sure if it's good gameplay or bad gameplay. So I got that one. And the last PS1 game I picked up was this copy of Powerpuff Girls Chemical X Transaction. Yeah, besides this, the broken case here, the disc, manual, everything's in there, so I was quite happy to pick that up. Though I would like to get a new case for it. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty broken, this one, so I might have to put this in one of the sports title cases, yeah, just to make sure it stays in pretty good condition. Okay, moving on. The next thing I picked up, this I got off eBay fairly cheap, was this PGA Tour Golf. Now the reason I got this is, if you remember, last month I picked up, or the month before, in the last pickup videos, I picked up the PGA Golf 2, and I saw this on eBay going, I think it was like $5, free postage. And I thought I'll pick that up and put it with the one I picked up at the tip. This one comes with the manual and the case, but I might have to open it up and check the battery here, because it does have a battery in it, and just to make sure it's not leaking, and maybe just replace it if I can. So I was quite happy to pick that up. So another Sega Mega Drive or Genesis game for the collection. Okay, the last two games also had to get off eBay, because these games are not easy to find in the wild. I don't think I've ever come across one in the wild yet. And that is for the Tandy Coco 3. So the first thing I picked up for that, I got these two games off the same buyer. I got this one, American football game for the Tandy Coco 3. So these look like new old stock. They're in perfect condition. So yeah, I was happy to get that. He did have a few others that I did try bidding on, but I was outbidded on. I knew I was definitely going to get the football game, because not many people bid on sports titles, so I was happy to get that. And the last one I got was a game that I did have when I was a kid, Shanghai, sort of Mahjong game for the Tandy Coco 3 on cartridge. I did have this. I think my original copy, Mum picked it up out of the discount bargain bin back in the late 80s. But yeah, I enjoyed playing this when I was a kid, and still do, so I was happy to pick that up. And I really do like the box art. It's done quite well, so I was happy to pick that up. And another thing I picked up just at the thrift store was this Xbox controller extension. So I got that for $1, so I just thought I'd chuck that in the pile of Xbox controllers that I have, just in case I need a new extension. So the next thing I picked up wasn't something I was originally going to get, but because the price has dropped significantly, I thought, why not just grab it and put it in with the other collection. That was the PlayStation Mini. So I haven't tried it yet, and so I don't know if it's as bad as what everyone thinks it is. But yeah, I just thought it'd be a nice little addition to add to the other mini systems that I've got. There's a few games there that I probably hard to come across for my original PlayStation. So yeah, it's just nice to have in the collection, and they're going so cheap now, so why wouldn't you? You know, it's just a bit of a novelty to have in the game room, I guess. So I got that. Okay, so the last thing I picked up for August was this original Atari 2600 Darth Vader, something I wanted to put back into my collection for a long time now. We had one of these, this would have been our first gaming system. We had a lot of cartridges for it, but ours stopped working probably mid 80s, maybe a bit later, maybe 88, 89. Mum went out and got a Atari 2600 Junior, and because we had a stack of games to go with it. But over the years that got lost, and don't know what happened to it and all the games. So I've been slowly trying to get that all back. Well guys, that's it. That's everything I picked up in the month of August. So in the comments down below, let me know what you thought was the best thing I picked up, and let me know if you had an Atari 2600 Darth Vader when you were a kid. And don't forget, if you like this video, to like and share, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I'll let you know when I upload a new video. Well, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!